Welcome to part 3 of Circulator's selection for Radiant presented by Takeo. I'm John Barba, and in part 1 we discussed the unique circulator sizing challenges presented by radiant floor heating and how the typical low head, high flow circulator such as a Takeo 007 or a 0010 may not be the best choice for radiant. In part 2, we learned how to calculate the head loss through the supply and return piping for remote manifolds, and how that head loss can dramatically affect the circulator you select. We also discussed that PEX tubing could be used to supply remote manifolds, which can cut labor and materials costs, but may also affect your circulator selection. Now in part 3, we'll look at a possible solution that can take much of the guesswork out of choosing the right circulator for your radiant jobs. To review, in the previous segment we determined which circulators would be needed for our radiant manifolds based on flow and head loss. If we supply our radiant manifolds with PEX tubing, we would need to buy one Takeo 007, two 008s, and three 0014s. If we supply those manifolds with copper, we would need to buy one 007 and five 008s. If we combine the first floor manifolds together and the second floor manifolds together, then we'd only need to buy two 008s and two 0014s. Now none of this is overly difficult, but what if you're designing a job for someone else to install? How can you be assured that the installer will connect the right circulator to the right set of manifolds? Well, we could purchase all of those different circulators, or we could go 3-speed. Takeo's new 3-speed circulator is designed specifically for radiant applications. It's the 00R 3-speed. The advantage of a 3-speed circulator is that it has 3 separate performance curves in one package. You use the same circulator, you simply dial in the speed you need for the correct application. The Takeo 00R 3-speed circulator has the versatility you need to make your job easier. The performance curves are designed especially for the unique demands of radiant floor heating, medium to high flow rates, and higher head than you would find on a 007, which is used for normal baseboard applications. Let's take a look at our application. Manifold 1 required a 008, whether we were using PEX or copper to feed the manifold. If we plot the operating points on the performance curve chart, we would see that the 00R at medium speed would handle the requirements. Manifold 2 was lower flow than Manifold 1, but with much higher head loss, and that required a 0014 when supplied with PEX or a 008 when supplied with copper. The 00R could handle this manifold for either PEX or copper at medium speed. Manifold 3 was lower flow and medium head, so the 00R at low speed would take care of this one. Manifold 4 required 2.7 gallons per minute at 15 feet of head when supplied with PEX, or only 14 feet of head when supplied with copper. Again, the 00R at medium speed would be perfect for this manifold. For manifold number 5, it's 2 gallons a minute at 11 feet for PEX, 2 gallons a minute at 12 feet for copper. The 00R at low speed would be used here. And for manifold 6, we have 4 gallons per minute at 15 feet for PEX and 4 gallons a minute at 11 feet for copper. Here we could use the 00R at medium speed. Under what circumstances might we use the high speed option on the 00R? Well, if we were to combine manifolds and supply them with one circulator, we'll most likely get into the high-speed range. Here's the combined requirements for manifolds 2 and 3 on the first floor of our project. It was 4.7 gallons per minute at 16 feet of head for PEX and 4.7 gallons per minute at 14.6 feet of head for copper. In both instances, the 00R at high speed would handle the job. The benefit of combining the two first floor manifolds would be to save a circulator, of course, and to also save all of the associated electrical wiring on the job. Zoning could be accomplished with either manifold actuators or Takeo EBV zone valves. Manifolds 4 and 5 combined are almost identical, 4.7 gallons per minute with 15 feet of head for PEX and 14 feet of head for copper. Again, the 00R at high speed would handle the job. In the final analysis, when it comes to circulator sizing for this sample job, we could use a variety of 008s, 0014s, and 007s, or we could use anywhere from 4 to 6 00Rs and simply select the correct speed for each manifold. Here's the tail of the tape of the 00R 3-speed. First, the 00R has the highest starting torque of any 3-speed circulator available. What does this do for you? Well, starting torque is what keeps a circulator from binding up due to dirt or iron oxide buildup during idle or downtimes. In the United States, systems often tend to get a little cruddy inside, and this crud can cause certain circulators to seize up after a period of downtime, like during the summer. This debris can build up in the cartridge and cause service issues, particularly if a circulator is operating at low speeds. The OOR doesn't have that problem. It has extremely high starting torque to prevent that particular service issue. The OOR also has the strongest heating curves of any 3-speed circulator in its class, meaning it can handle a wide variety of jobs, like the project we just finished. It's a heavy-duty circulator as well, very robust with a high-grade 3-speed switch that won't break off. It comes with a high-flow integral flow check as well, and leaving it in the circulator has virtually no effect on performance. It doesn't knock down the pump curves. The wiring box is extra roomy so you can work in it, and there are dual electrical knockouts on the wiring box for mounting and wiring flexibility. And a nice added bonus to the OOR 3-speed, it has a unique set of windings for the motor. The motor has 3 separate windings, one winding for each speed. This is helpful to you in the field, especially when compared to other 3-speed pumps. With 3 separate windings, if one, for a bizarre set of circumstances, was to burn out for whatever reason, the other 2 sets of windings would still be operational. You'd simply switch the speed. So in an emergency situation, you could simply turn the speed switch to one of the others, and the circulator will provide heat until the problem can be solved. In addition, it is the only 3-speed circulator available with a replaceable cartridge, so you don't have to replace the entire circulator if something should happen to the cartridge assembly. You simply swap out the cartridge. Thank you for taking the time to view Circulator Selection for Radiant presented by Taco. We hope this presentation was helpful to you, and we hope you'll join us for more presentations on Taco products and on hydronic heating in the future. I'm John Barba, and thank you very much.